Get out. Get out. Just go. If you want to be a creative person, if you want to express your passions, if you want to pursue the things that excite you and really interest you, get out. Get out of your home, get out of your rut, get out of the things that are holding you back, and go see that thing that you want to do. I'm a storyteller. So, this coming weekend, I'm seeing a storytelling show being given by my good friend James Gangle over at Sweet Action Theater, a one person show that happens to be James, who's going to be talking about like some interesting, funny stories and amazing things that he did years ago. He's remounting a show. I believe it's called In Search of Cruise Control. And then on the Monday, James's class, his latest class of Page to Stage, is having their showcase. I'm not performing in it, but I'm going to go anyways because I want to see these amazing storytellers tell a variety of stories, not just James's stories, but their own stories, personal stories. I'm sure some of them will be sad. I'm sure some of them will be uplifting. I'm sure some of them will be outrageously funny. And then next Wednesday, I've got yet another storytelling show. I'm going to be going to a regular monthly thing that happens called Replay Storytelling. And again, I'm going to be seeing stories told on a specific subject, which I don't even remember what the subject is. I think it was lies our parents told us. I think that's the theme of the show. So all the stories will revolve around that. I go see shows all the time. If you follow me on any of the social medias, you constantly see me pounding away about great shows that are going on. This past Tuesday, I had to miss a show, another storytelling show that a good friend, Brian Nazamak, was hosting, simply because I was teaching. I was teaching storytelling. I was teaching screenwriting on Tuesday night. And so teaching Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights the past couple months now, since January, have really gotten in the way of me being able to go out and see a lot of shows, a lot of my friends' shows. But you know what? There are other nights of the week, and I'll go see shows, go see movies, I'll go read books. Apparently, that's still a thing. And I'm constantly writing. I've still got other projects. My clients have been wonderful with me. But the thing is, I love storytelling. So I want to see storytelling in as many different forms as I can find it. Sometimes that's going to a photo exhibit. Sometimes that's going to an art show or a film festival. You find things. I'm lucky to live in the mecca of low budget entertainment, which is the city of Toronto. There's a theater every couple blocks, it sometimes feels like. And every night there are shows. Every night of the week, it seems there are always shows to go to, things to see for pretty much any budget level. Some of them are even offer for creative folks, they'll offer free tickets or they'll offer deep discounts on the price of the tickets. So a lot of the shows I see are typically only maybe $10 to $25 for a show. So, hopefully that works within somebody's budget. And in a lot of cases, there's also shows that are pay what you can. So if this month I can only afford to pay $5, I'm giving that $5. But in the past, when I've made a lot more money, when I could afford to pay $50 for a show, I paid $50 because I want to support these artists. I want to support these storytellers. I'm not advocating that you have to do what I did, but I knew I would not always have this kind of money. So I knew that when I had the money, I wanted to sponsor. I wanted to promote these people. I wanted these people to feel empowered. And so seeing shows like this, being energized by shows like this, really reinforces what I'm doing in my own storytelling experience. And again, it doesn't have to be storytelling. I choose writing. That is my predominant passion. That is the thing I go, that aside from you guys, is the thing I pursue most aggressively. But if you're into auto body work, that's an art. Car shows, auctions, whatever you can find in your area. Again, if you're into illustration or drawing or painting, art exhibits. Doesn't even have to be an exhibit. You can just go to like an art gallery and appreciate what's there. Museums. Pretty much every town of any size has got a museum of some sort, even if it's only local history. Cool. But again, even if you're not living in Toronto, even if you're not in one of the major centers that has a lot of shows and conventions and that type of thing, one, you can always visit those places, but two, I'm sure you can find a local version of what you're interested in. You can belong to communities, community centers. Here in the neighborhood I live in, they just, for the first time in a long time, they had stand-up comedy to talk to sort of raise awareness of a variety of causes and just to entertain the locals and to really get a community entertainment center really going, really established in the neighborhood. That's the thing. You got to get out. It's wonderful for me as a storyteller, as a writer, to sit in front of my laptop screen as I am right now and try to see what's going on in the world, follow the news and everything like that. That's fantastic. And then write short stories or write openings to screenplays or trying to come up with new lesson plans for classes I'm going to be teaching. But at a certain point, you got to get out. You got to see what's out there. It's no good to my screenwriting students if I've only ever seen 12 movies, and those are the only movies I talk about. Sorry, you're always going to hear about Star Wars from me, the original one, not all that other stuff. But you got to get out there. You got to see other things. You got to be exposed to other art forms related to yours and sometimes even completely disparate. So get out there, support your local art scene, support the things you're passionate about, find places where you can exercise and join a community and build a community and participate in a community where maybe you're the one who's on display. Your work, your passion, your creative spark is the thing that's on display. We can each take turns. There is plenty of space and time for all of us. And we just need the enthusiasm to get out there and share. And when you share, when I share, we stimulate the next group of people who are looking for that community, who want to participate in that community, who want to express themselves in whatever their particular creative or artistic bend is. Whatever you do, as long as you're passionate about it, there is a community out there. You're not the only one who's interested in this. I've seen some pretty out there creative outlets out there by my blinkered experience. So get out, watch this video, leave a comment on this video, and then immediately go out. Get out. Just go and find something. Find people who are trying to do some exciting things and applaud them, right? Let them know that their efforts are appreciated. Even if you didn't enjoy the show, applaud it anyways. It's just polite. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You don't have to spend a lot of time. But get out there and do it. These people are pouring their hearts out into these projects. Or take a class, right? And in future videos, I will promote some classes I've got coming up. I've got a screenwriting one that starts in, apparently I'm going to do it now, screenwriting class that starts early May, a different screenwriting class, more of a workshop kind of thing, that starts in early June. And I just made arrangements, or I'm in the process of firming things up with the Sweet Action Theatre here in Toronto to try to offer that improv/writing class that I've talked about in the past, out of our minds and onto the page, which I'll be doing over there come late July through August. I'm really excited to meet a lot of creative people. I'll be taking other classes. Again, I'll be going back and doing James Gangle's Page to Stage class for storytelling and getting up and giving monologues and heartfelt stories. I'm going on a vacation soon, and a friend of mine has convinced me to do a 5-minute story at one of the open mic nights in her town. Why not? Give it a try. See what happens. So get out, do things, be around people, find your community, find your people. They exist, I promise you they do. And they're looking to build the community that they're in, because you're going to reinforce each other. You're going to jazz each other up. You're going to build this symphonic crescendo of creative energy. You need to be out there. You need to be in that community. You need to be doing it. And you know what? If you're based in Toronto or you're doing something in Toronto, leave a note in the comments section of this video. And if I can make it, I'm going to come out and I'm going to applaud you for doing what you're doing. Right? Be great to meet you and that type of thing. Or not. You don't have to. But I greatly appreciate you visiting this video again. Subscribe if you don't already. Please share this with someone you're trying to convince to get out so they can do their stuff, right? This is a community. This is a community. I'll say it again with a different emphasis. This is a community. You're here. Let's make this happen. Hope you have a great weekend. Hopefully you have a great creative week, month, a year ahead. Good to see you.